Columbia, Missouri. It's the Troy Trojans and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Missouri continues to compete in the SEC, finishing 8-5 last season, a bit of a down year, but they do have a talented young quarterback stepping in. Five-star recruit Austin Simmons comes in the transfer portal. See what Eli Drinkwitz is able to do with this young talented QB this
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans' offense will be first on the attack. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Drops back. It's Crowder. Rush right in his face. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Second down, going to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that play right there is exactly why they brought this guy in through the portal, because of his game-breaking speed. They wanted another dimension in the passing game, David. A guy that could take the top off, and early in this game, early in the season, a big exclamation point for the offense.
I'd say return on investment is pretty strong early, right? Trying to get that guy, and they talked about they needed the playmaker, the guy that could take the top off, the guy that could really be the focal point of this offense. Well, mission accomplished so far. They find him early. He makes the big play. This has got to get the fan base excited about this transfer.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Tigers' offense takes the field for the first time in this game. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful in doing. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Enough to move the chains. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced. after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Simmons to throw. Under pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Here's a give to Hardy. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gets open down the middle. Still on his feet. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Will, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1 yard line. What a run there. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Here's Hardy. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1 yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
Sneak gets it done.
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The run inside. It's Griffin. Driven back.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
They'll ride him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Trojans decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Simmons on the play fake. Going over the top. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running inside, it's Griffin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Just feeds the running back. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Rush is on. And it's a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long, now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Throwing Simmons. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They give it to him again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms, and decision time for this offense. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Lovett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Hits the hole. It's Griffin. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Trojans will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll give it to Hardy. Defense all over him.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Lee. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Simmons on play action. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it with Hardy. Knocked down immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. He got it. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll ride the hop. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They go play action with Simmons. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Makes the grab inbounds.
And that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
And he could not get loose on the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Trying to get started. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Might as well run him again. There's some daylight. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge from
going deep. Makes a deep grab. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's Hardy. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Missouri! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. As we check in with Holland.
Guys, down on the home team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with a big
catch inside the 30 and still running. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to pass. It's Crowder. Lets it fly. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Tate. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 2nd down to the air. They're all over him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether...
Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a first and goal there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stayed tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. And he avoids the sack.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Reporting from the Missouri sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong.
Caught, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Simmons. Look out. Quarterback gets past the marker. Breaks into the open. He'll work his way down to the 28. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Simmons. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, it's Roberts. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Mustangs getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Memorial Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with Coach Eli Drinkwitz at the half. He is thrilled with the play of his quarterback. No turnovers right now. They have been clean and efficient on offense. They've got a lead. Let's see if they can continue that here in the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on the vibe down here on the sidelines coming back. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. On first down, it's Hardy again. Runs through a tackle. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Still looking. He's going to take off. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. The give to Hardy. There he goes. Gives him the big stiff arm. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, you got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Quick give. It's Griffin. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Here's a little room there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Griffin. Hard running there. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Line getting set on 2nd down. The play fake. Rush right in his face. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He'll toss it.
How about that, man? 3rd and long. You know what I'm going to run? Let's see. Long pass, go route. No, we're going to run the option and try to catch him off guard. And I think they do a little bit, but the defense does a nice job rallying and getting to the play and getting to the pitch man before he gets to the sticks.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Reporting from the Missouri sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Here's Simmons to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. 2nd and long. It's inside. It's Roberts. Can't get him to the ground.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Fires left. Hauls it in. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him. And
lets it fly deep downfield. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Selling the fake. Caught, it's Lovett. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Converts on fourth down, still going. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Trojans. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Holly, what do you have?
Hey, guys, here on the home team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face masks, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Throwing Simmons. Turns out it's Roberts. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Austin Simmons, the play fake. Rolls right. He'll try to do it himself. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run inside. It's Edwards. They make the stop about 4 yards. The first down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. And the ball comes to rest right there. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Looking for room, it's Griffin. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Trips left, 1 wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Going for it all. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field, to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20.
Here we go. Ready.
Simmons escapes the pressure going right. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fighting off the defender. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go. Ready.
Sells the run, wants to pass. Holds on, it's Keys. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Works the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. On the RPO, got him. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Gonna let it fly. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Hand it to the back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got him on the RPO. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. The Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Troy! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Running inside, it's Edwards. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's Simmons to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
The kick is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. The The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Give to the running back. Jumped on top of the pile.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking deep. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking for space, it's Warner. He's got enough for a Missouri first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Might as well give it to him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the back, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.